Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you're all well. Hope you've had a lovely weekend and that you are staying safe. This week on Guided Reading, we are going to be looking at a new book. But first, let's remind us of our reading strategies. You can use any of these strategies to help you with your reading, but the ones I want you to focus on is your eagle eye and your stretchy snake. Your eagle eye is when you look at pictures in the book for a clue to help with the word, and your stretchy snake is when you stretch out the sounds in a word and you put them back together. Let's have a go at a stretchy snake of our own. Special. All. You have a go for me? Good job, well done. Special. Special. Good job, well done. What we're going to be looking at this week is called Robot's Special Day. Boys and girls, here is what our book looks like on Oxford Owl. Don't forget that we all have access to this now. Let's have a read. Robot's Special Day. Chapter 1. Robot Gets a Job. The only space was next to Chelsea Carter. Robot didn't want to sit next to Chelsea Carter. "Sit down, Robot," said his teacher, Miss Turner. Robot's real name was Robert, but when he was little he couldn't say Robert properly, so he ended up as Robot, and now that's what most people call him. He sat down. "We've got a very special visitor today," said Miss Turner. "The Mayor's coming to see us." She gave her warning look. "So you'll all be good, won't you?" Robot felt as if she meant just him. Chelsea Carter smiled. She thought she was always good. Miss Turner began to call the register. Robot thought about the visit. A mayor sounded important, like a king, only with a gold chain instead of a crown, and a big car. Chelsea Carter pushed Robot hard. "Wake up! You've got to say yes, Miss Turner." "That's enough, Chelsea, said Miss Turner. "Leave Robot alone." That told her, thought Robot. He smiled at Miss Turner. Miss Turner smiled back. "I need someone to take the registers. Will you do it, Robot?" Robot could hardly believe his ears. She was asking him to take the register to the office. Chelsea Carter couldn't believe her ears either. "I could go with him." "No," said Miss Turner. "This job is for Robot." She handed him the register, an important job on his own. Robot beamed. Chapter 2. Where is everyone? "Straight there and straight back," said Miss Turner. Robot set off. He loved helping. It was easier than writing and number work. Mostly he didn't get chosen. He'd never had an important job. In the hall, Miss Peters' class was round the piano. Robot tiptoed carefully. His trainers squeaked. "Robot Weston," barked Miss Peters. "Stop making noise in my class." It wasn't fair. He hadn't made a noise. Robot went through the entrance hall. There was no one there, just the fish drifting around their tank. The head's room was empty, so was Mrs. Gohill's office. It was spooky. Where was everybody? Robot put the registers on Miss Gohill's desk. On her computer, a spaceship turned slowly. Robot gazed at it. He'd like one of those, and a telephone, and a special tray for paper clips and pens. Robot suddenly felt scared. He shouldn't be in there on his own. What if Mrs. Mason, the head, found him? he'd get told off. He dashed out the office. The robot skidded to a halt in the entrance hall. A lady and a man were by the fish tank. They had smart suits and enormous gold chains. Chapter 3. A Good Idea. "Hello," said the lady. "We wondered where everyone was. Let me guess, you're the caretaker." Robot grinned. "She comes after school." "You must be the head then," said the lady. Robert giggled. "No, I'm Robot." The lady laughed. "Wonderful! A school run by a robot!" and she shook Robot's hand. Robot tried to look grown up, but he didn't know what to say. She looked like his nan, except for the chain, of course. He never had important visitors at home, just people like Mrs. Went from next door and his nan. They were always calling for cups of tea. Suddenly he knew what to do. "Would you like some tea?" he asked. "That would be lovely," said the lady. "You show us the way." In the big hall Mrs. Peters was playing the piano. Robot put his finger to his lips. "We mustn't make a noise," he whispered, "or Miss Peters will tell us off." He walked in time to the music with his head up. Chelsea Carter had never had a job as important as this. The Mayers followed him. In Robot's classroom Mrs. Turner had her back to the door. Robot went straight to the home corner. Just then Chelsea Carter shouted in her "I'm telling voice, "Miss Turner, Robot Weston's got 2 Mayers." Miss Turner spun around. The Lady Mayor smiled. "I hope you were expecting us." Robot asked if we liked some tea. She squeezed into the home corner and perched on a chair. "I'm dying for a cup." "If you're sure," said Miss Turner. "Certain," said the Lady Mayor, and she told the man to sit down too. Chapter 4. At Home. Robot dived into the cupboard. He found a teapot with no lid. He also found 2 saucers, a mug and a cup with a chewed handle. Chelsea Carter pushed him out of the way. "You need the tablecloth, silly." Chelsea Carter thought she was more important than anyone else in the whole world. Miss Turner came over. "Chelsea, Robot can manage," and she led Chelsea Carter back to her seat. "I've got a teapot like that at home," said the Lady Mayor. "Can I pour?" and she helped Robot to make the tea. Robot found a plastic number-work cake, and even the man said, delicious." While they had tea, the lady told Robot about being mayor, and the children brought their work to show. Suddenly, Mrs. Mason swept into the class. A man with a camera rushed along beside her. The whole class stopped. Mrs. Mason was very red in the face. She took the Lady Mayor by the hand. "I'm so sorry. I didn't know you arrived. Then this reporter turned up, and Mrs. Peters told me—" Mrs. Mason gave Robert such a look. "Robots made us feel so at home," said the Lady Mayor. "I think you should meet all your visitors. It's been our best visit yet." Chapter 5. Famous. It was Robot's best day ever. He found out that the lady was the mayor. The man was her deputy. Their chains were made of real gold, and the mayor's came in a Jaguar with a flag on the bonnet, and the driver in a peaked cap. The Lady Mayor wanted to have her picture taken with Robot. It was in the newspaper. The paper said all about Robot's name, and it said how much the Mayers enjoyed their visit too. Miss Turner put it on the wall with the notice saying, "Robot's special day." And there was a word and there wasn't a word about Chelsea Castle. Now that I've finished reading, go all the way back to the beginning for me and have a go at reading it yourself. If you are struggling, you can rewind the video and listen to me read it, or down here on Oxford Owl we have the play button where they will read it to you. Now that you have finished reading, you should be onto your Kahoot quiz. Your first Kahoot quiz pin is 01327126. Here is what your quiz will look like. To join the game, enter your name and click OK Go. Once you have finished the quiz, don't forget to send me or your class teacher a picture to show us your lovely work. Enjoy and have fun!